Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jake Vanderbrook joins us now to bring us the story of a San Mateo volleyball player inspired by the legacy of an uncle she never met.
Let's face it, some people out there have a go-to number. For Hillsdale's Victoria Vanos, it's 32. This number is part of a family legacy.
Victoria Vanos.
32 may just be a number, but for Victoria Vanos, 32 means so much more.
Coming in, I knew I had something to prove, and even going into my senior year, I still think I have something to prove.
Victoria's uncle, Nick Vanos, was a basketball star at Hillsdale, who also wore number 32. A Hillsdale legend who set the bar really high for the Vanos family.
He was so good at basketball. It came so easy for him. He was kind of a celebrity here at Hillsdale.
Nick Vanos graduated Hillsdale in 1981. After high school, Nick stayed in the Bay Area to play basketball at Santa Clara University. Nick's basketball journey didn't end there. Nick was drafted 32nd overall by the Phoenix Suns in the 1985 NBA draft.
It's definitely a little bit of a bragging right, but I just consider it such an honor.
That's like every kid's dream come true, you know, and to see it happen for Nick was amazing.
But Nick's NBA career didn't last long. Nick was among 156 people who died in this 1987 plane crash, just shortly after taking off from the Detroit Metropolitan Airport. Nick Vanos was just 24 years old.
I wasn't even born when the accident happened, and I've obviously heard about it from my dad, and I know he still gets emotional about it.
Worst thing I've ever been through. It was very traumatic for our family.
Even though Victoria never met Uncle Nick, all it took was one visit to the Northwest Airlines Flight 255 Memorial in Detroit to realize how important Nick was to not only the Vanos family, but to the Hillsdale community.
Almost seemed real for a second, because before I was like, yeah, I never met him, like I want to honor him, but then it made me realize like how it impacted my family.
In the beginning of this past volleyball season, Victoria was wearing number 12, but her head coach Dwight Allen Crump went out of his way to make sure Victoria was wearing her family's number.
So I ordered the number 32, and when she got it, the day of the game when it showed up, you saw a whole big smile on her face.
It wasn't part of our original uniform. It only went up to like the number 20. But Dwight realized how much of an honor it was for me to wear the 32 jersey, and he allowed me to do that, and it was such a privilege.
And 32 was in full effect. Victoria ends her high school volleyball career with a bang. Vanos and the Fighting Knights made history, becoming the first volleyball team in the San Mateo County School District to win a Division I NorCal championship and to compete for a Division I state title.
You'll never find a harder working athlete than Victoria. It's just amazing to be able to coach her. If I had 100 of her, I would be the happiest coach in the world.
A lot of people still remember Nick and come up to her and they recognize the name and they kind of, oh yeah, good tall player, Hillsdale, all-league caliber player. Oh yeah, that must be related to Nick. So she's done very well.
Victoria's high school volleyball career may be over, but the Vanos legacy lives on. Victoria will be taking her volleyball talents to UC Davis starting next fall. And Robert, you even had the chance to work with Nick Vanos a while back.
Yeah, Nick was an intern at Channel 36 way back in the 80s when I was there, and I got to know him pretty well. Very nice man, and just a tragedy what happened to him, but great to see the legacy living on.
Absolutely. All right.